Yo, 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 yo. It's viral in the streets. You already know. Y'all start coming in here, man. Waiting for y'all to start coming in here. Today I'm talking about Black Manosphere, worldly possessions, and spirituality. Salute, salute, salute. Probably gonna upload a video later, but it's just to let y'all know I'm coming through tonight with a video. We're gonna be talking about that Kanye Genius, a Kanye trilogy. Talking about how his mom helped him manifest his lifestyle that he has now for his family. How Kim Kardashian is trying to break down his family life through his kids. Why us as black men have to be careful with who we procreate with and have children with, because it could ruin our life. Some of y'all might be able to share that testimony with Kanye. I know I could. Kids, life, flesh, all of that is real. All of that is real life. Hold on, y'all. Kids, life, flesh, all of that is real. But when y'all, if you a young black brother out here, you need to understand who you have kids with is who you gonna be with forever, regardless. If you want to take care of your kids and actually be there in your life, I know that in the black manosphere on a sick side, because it's a righteous side of the black manosphere and it's a sick side. People like sheep stay sleep. That's the righteous side. Then we got other people. I say what Hassan Campbell. That's the sick side. Now, when you got somebody that's trying to be in in your kid's life, they're gonna go through the worst, just like the Israelites did. They're gonna go through the worst. If you're a black man trying to be in your kid's life, you're gonna go through the worst. Y'all see what Kanye going through. It's a reason why Kanye is going through that. Kanye is a whole billionaire. Like I said in the past videos, y'all don't think that people have came to Kim Kardashian and told her they're gonna give her 500 mil if she leave him? Y'all don't think that? These people know how to play with people livelihood, people kids. They sacrificing people. This is what they do. This is their life. This is what they do. Like, basically, if you have a kid and you procreate it, you have to do everything in your power to be in that kid's life. If not, your kid is gonna grow up wondering where their father was at. Now, in the Kanye documentary, I noticed his mom was in his life. His mom was actually like, even though he said like, "Oh, you was at work and stuff like that," she still talked life into him. She still helped him manifest the lifestyle that he wanted to have because she knew that her lifestyle was a part of that. Everybody nowadays, it's a spiritual warfare going on because everybody wants to be individuals. Individualism is a European thing that comes from the Caucasus Mountains. That comes from white people. Individualism. That's people that take advantage of people and take credit for other people's work. Individualism. You'll see a statue of somebody, but they won't say black people built that statue. Black people built that Capitol building. Black people built that White House. They'll say this is the White House of Abraham Lincoln or so and so, the white man. They're not gonna say the black people built this White House, they're going to talk about all of the white presidents who are individuals. They're not going to talk about every single individual that built the White House. Y'all see what I'm saying? Facts. Facts. Y'all come in. Salute, salute. So when you got your kids, you're supposed to speak life into your kids. You're supposed to actually be there for your kids. You're supposed to try your best to have a family. You're supposed to actually give your life up for them because you already supposed to be giving your life up for God. So if you don't believe in God, this not gonna apply to you. You're not gonna understand this. If you already giving your life up for God and you want your kids to give their life up to God, how are you not gonna give your life up for them? That wouldn't even make sense because your kids gonna go off of your own example. So if you don't give your life up for God, how are you giving your life up for your kids? Your kids is growing up. If your kids die at a young age, they're gonna be blessed regardless. They're gonna go to heaven regardless. So you need to show God that you're giving your life up to Him so He can continue to bless your kids, continue to bless you and bless your lineage. That's where the black man and the black manosphere is failing at. Our family life, our spiritual life. Money and everything else is gonna come after that. Kanye kept talking about God in that documentary. If you don't get nothing from that, it's to believe in God. If you don't get nothing else from that documentary talking about motivation and this, it's to believe in God, bro. If you don't believe in God, bro, where is you gonna go? Where do you really think you're gonna go? If you don't hold on to your family and you don't try to build up your family and speak life into your family like Kanye mom, where do you think your kids gonna go? People nowadays don't talk to their kids. Their kids go in one room, they go in the other room. Then when you speak on it and you tell the truth, people get mad. People don't want to hear the truth nowadays because they so individualized. They think that everything is about them. So they can't even see that they angering a person, or they can't even see that they killing a person's mental by lying, cheating, deceiving. They can't even see that. You understand? So when people are going through real life issues, which Kanye was going through, if Kanye mom wasn't alive when he had that car crash, Kanye probably would have died because he would have never been thinking about his mom. Like, dang, I got to get back to my mom and I got to get back to this album. I got to, you know what I'm saying? He would have never had nothing to ask God for to save him. That's why in the Bible it tells us to love one another. The world is cold, so cold nowadays. People don't even know how to love one another. Only thing they think about is they self, individualism. That's the only thing they can think about. That's a demon. That's a demon in your ear lying to you, telling you to not love nobody else but yourself. Praise yourself. Like God is not the reason why you where you at now. We're gonna get into it tonight, but this is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You have to give it up to God. If it wasn't for God, a lot of us would have been aborted. If it wasn't for God, a lot of us would have been dead. If it wasn't for God, a lot of us would have had a disease. If it wasn't for God, a lot of us would have been broke. A lot of us would have had nothing, absolutely nothing. So if you're not giving it to God, who is you giving it to? The white man? A black man? A mortal person? Who are you giving it up to? Because that person is only going to take you so far. That thing that you worshiping, money, drugs, sex, guns, that's only going to take you so far. You could have 30 guns. You only got 2 trigger fingers. You understand? Everybody thinks that they are just this immortal beast, that they just did everything on their own. That's why we got to get out of the world, black man. If it's not using your phone to create wealth for your family, to create something for your family, or to do something for your family or God, There's no reason for you to be doing it. It's the devil. And I mean that. Like Kanye mom literally telling him like you the best, you the greatest. Every scene she in, Kanye this, Kanye the greatest, Kanye that. I didn't grow up with that. My mom was at work. When she came home from work, my mom went to sleep. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, my mom went to sleep. My dad wasn't there in my life because him and my mom didn't have a relationship. That's why it's important for us, it's imperative for us to have a relationship with the person that we having kids with before we have kids. If we just have kids with somebody that we don't have a relationship with, then where is the relationship gonna go with our kids? It's gonna go to shit. Then you have people like me that grow up cold hearted, grow up hard headed, and just not feeling the love. Don't you know that if you love your kids could grow up to be a billionaire? Kanye mom understood the assignment. You understand? Don't you know that if you teach your kids something, they'll grow up to actually go to college and graduate college, or they'll grow up to invent something? A lot of people don't have no belief in themselves, so it shows through their children. Their children don't believe in nothing. Their children can't find nothing to believe in, can't find nothing to do, don't want to do nothing because they're of the world. I don't tell y'all about my name and all of that stuff and all of that, but if I was to tell y'all, I'll literally let y'all know that being of the world can literally kill you. Being of the world can control you. Being of the world can be your death sentence. People are too naive believing that the world is going to save them. The world can't save you. Only person that can save you is Jesus. That is the only person that can save you. I don't care what you got. I don't care what 5.56, what AR, what Drake. I don't care what you got. Trey 57, I don't care what you got. Only person that could save you out here is God, Jesus. A lot of y'all got biblical names. Look up y'all names. A lot of y'all is born into spirituality. Speak to y'all grandparents. A lot of y'all grandparents is prophets. We need to appreciate the life that we got because it's so little. It's so short. I had a baby cousin who died at the age of 3 years old, 4 years old. Out of nowhere, she had a heart problem and she died a week later. Do you know how that made me feel? I knew that once I had a kid, I need to be in their life because we don't know when Jesus is coming to get us. We don't know when God is sending angels to come and get us. We don't know how, y'all don't even know how God got angels protecting y'all. People just think that they out here willy-nilly doing everything they want to do by their grace. No, it's through God's grace. That's why in that Kanye documentary, every other clip, Kanye is talking about God this, God that. Jesus walks with him because Jesus walks with us. If Jesus don't walk with you, then you're a demon. You're the sick one. Now, when you speak like this, a lot of people will feel like you're trying to judge them and you're feeling like you're mighty. I'm not mighty. I'm not worthy. I'll be the first one to tell you I'm not worthy to make it to heaven. Psalms 139. God knew us with it before we was in the room. God knew that we was gonna commit that adultery. God knew that we was gonna do those drugs. God knew that we was going to take that person's life. God knew that we were going to steal. But he still loved us. He still gave us a chance. Just like he gave Adam and Eve the chance not to eat the apple, not to listen to the devil, the serpent. But they still did. That's why we're born with the original sin now. So God could humble us. If we were never humbled, everybody would think that they were a God walking around on earth. Imagine everybody having a sick mindset thinking that they were a God and everything that they did came for them. And they were all individuals. Imagine what type of world we would be living in. You talking about abortion? People that would be killing their own kids themselves. People would be killing themselves all over the place. It'll be all out war, bombs everywhere, all types of stuff. Nuclear bombs, literally. We probably wouldn't even have made it that far. We'd probably still be walking around like cavemen, just people raping and killing each other. All types of stuff. You have to accept God into your life, black man. We are the real true Israelites. We are the real true Hebrew Israelites. People say the Middle East, this and that. No, no, that's Africa. That's literally the motherland. Jerusalem, Israel, that is literally the motherland. That's where we come from, bro. We came and then we start walking. We kept walking to get away from persecution from the Romans, the white man. Okay? Then the white man, a lot of them, a lot of those Roman soldiers and a lot of those Roman kings and a lot of those kings that was persecuting us started to kneel down like with Daniel. Daniel was sent to a lion's den, didn't die. God sent an angel to shut the animals up and not eat Daniel. They listening to Daniel now. The animals in the den and they thought were so ferocious. But they weren't ferocious against Daniel because Daniel knew God. You understand? So if you don't understand that God is your refuge, the Lord is your refuge, you're going to be lost. God is going to spite you. God is going to take your life. And then you're going to die twice. You're going to get sent into a lake of fire. All because you didn't want to accept that God was the reason why you had everything. You didn't want to love one another. You didn't want to have your family continue onto a righteous path. You didn't want to speak life into your family. Once again, love one another. You thought it was all you. You just did everything. You're the superstar, right? Kanye mom knew the assignment. She spoke life into him. He became a billionaire. A lot of people so disrespectful. A lot of people so foolish and naive. They think that they're running something, and then they go ahead and lay down with this person, lay down with that person, and then they got all of these kids. Then they wonder why they have so many problems, so much stress. Because you didn't marry the person that you were supposed to marry, black man. If we're not getting married before having kids, then we're committing a sin. If we're not praying to God, praying to Jesus, when we wake up, before we go to sleep, before we eat, you're committing a sin. People eat these foods and all these fast foods and stuff. They don't pray to God. They don't say, God is great. God is good. Let us thank him for our food. By his hands, we all are fed. Please give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen. Then they wonder why they got food poisoning, literally throwing the food back up, half dead. Because this food is already processed. This food is coming from an animal that's been having all types of things plunged into their body. We have to give the glory to God. We have to understand that it's God's grace. So I'm gonna finish that Kanye Genius, and then I'm gonna get that video out for y'all, and we're gonna go ahead over that. We gonna review that whole thing. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back, man. This is a short, quick video. I'll be right back.